In the interrogation room, Johnny admits that he threw the treasure into the sea because he didn't want anyone else to have it. Then he begins to tell his story. Johnny explains that he was a soldier in India for the British Army and had an Indian friend named Tom. Together, they stole a box of treasure from a businessman but ended up getting caught and sent to a prison camp. While in the prison camp, they met two senior guards, Captain Morstan, who is Mary's father, and Sholto, who is Thomas and Ben's father. Johnny came up with a plan and told Morstan and Sholto about the hidden treasure. He offered them a deal. If you both help us escape, we will share the treasure equally. The four men promised to share the treasure and agreed that if anyone broke the promise, something bad would happen. Johnny and Tom drew up a map with a red cross to mark where the treasure was hidden. They named the map the sign of the four and promised to keep their word. Captain Morstan kept the map safe. The plan was simple. Sholto would go to get the treasure, and when the time was right, they would all escape together. But Sholto didn't keep his promise. Instead, he took the treasure back to England and left Morstan, Johnny and Tom behind in the prison camp. Tom got very sick while they were still in the camp, and Johnny didn't want to leave him, so he stayed to take care of Tom. But Morstan was very angry with Sholto for cheating them. He decided to leave the camp and go to England to find Sholto and get answers. Before he left, Morstan gave Johnny a map of the prison camp, hoping it would help him and Tom escape one day. Sadly, Tom passed away soon after. It took Johnny many years to come up with a perfect plan to escape on his own. I wanted to get back at Sholto, but he was well guarded, Johnny says. So, I bribed one of his servants to give me updates on him. Holmes asks, "What did you bribe the servant with? Did you keep some treasure hidden?" Johnny smiles and replies, "You're right. Tom and I saved a small part of the treasure for emergencies. I went back to sell it for some money. It wasn't much, but it was enough to buy a boat and bribe people." When Johnny found out that Sholto was about to die, he wanted to confront him one last time. He climbed up to Sholto's bedroom and saw Sholto with his two sons. But when the very ill Sholto spotted Johnny at the window, he got so scared that he passed away immediately. He got what he deserved for breaking his promise, Johnny says. After that, I heard from my secret helper that the treasure was found, so I rushed to their family house to get it. Johnny continues, I left the note the sign of the four twice, to remind everyone that the four of us had promised to share the treasure equally and keep our word. And you know the rest of the story, Johnny finishes. Holmes smiles. Perhaps this is the best ending for the stolen treasure. The other three have passed away and you have set the treasure free into the sea. Maybe that's for the best. Johnny agrees with a nod and a smile. Holmes feels satisfied that he solved the mystery and learned all the details. With that, the case is now closed.